Hi all, I'm Bincy here. I'm back with Community Health Nursing. Today in this video we'll be discussing about demography. Demography word we can split it into two. Demo means people and graphy means either to write or to measurement. Okay, so together we can say that demography is to write about the people. The demography word is being discovered by one Mr. Ackles, okay, and in 1855, I'm sorry. But the word was found by him, but about demography the founder is Mr. John. So I hope you all understood the introduction. Moving on to the definition. As we discussed, it is a study about the human population. The study, it is a statistical distribution, okay, statistical description and analysis about the human population, and this definition is given by Mr. Wrong. Okay, now aspects of human population has been broadly divided into two, that is quality and quantity, that is quantitative or qualitative. Okay, so in human population or in demography, what do the quality and quantity deals with? Okay, that is in quantitative, it deals with the composition, sex, structure, distribution, density, movement and growth. Okay, I repeat, composition, size, structure, distribution, density, movement and growth. Whereas in quality, what and all it deals with is like it deals with the nutrition, the education, the social, economic status and development, crime and wealth. Okay. What are the scopes of demography? Now we know that demography is the study of human population. What does it really study about, right? So it study about various subjects related to community. It study about the age and sex composition, age and sex duration of marriage, dependency and independency, ratio concentration of population and size of population, and also whether the population is high in rural or urban area. Also, unemployment is high in rural or urban area. This all the studies deals with the scopes of demography. Okay, moving on, demographic cycle. In demographic cycle, there are 5 stages. Okay, first one is high stationary. Second one is early expanding. Third one is late expanding. Fourth one is low stationary. Fifth one is declining. Okay, I repeat, there are 5 stages of demographic cycle. That one is high stationary, early expanding, late expanding, low stationary and declining. Okay, so if we divide into birth rate, death rate and countries, high stationary birth rate is very high considering India. Okay, death rate is also very high. Okay, that means death rate and birth rate is both equivalent in India. Okay, then early expanding is birth rate is high, same death rate is very low, that we can consider as Africa. Okay, then late expanding, same birth rate is very low, death rate is also very low. This is considered for Australia. Okay, declining is also very low, death rate is also very low, that is for Germany. It's all country basis this thing. I am just giving this as an example. Okay, so mainly you have to focus on the stages. Okay, the 5 stages. Moving on to the aspects of demography. Earlier we had discussed the aspects of human population. Now we are going to discuss the aspects of demography. Okay, so aspects of demography has been divided as composition of population. Composition of population mainly with the age as well as the sex, that male and female with the age or the reproductive age, sex and all. Okay, density of population, urbanization, literacy and education, expectation of life. Okay, this were the aspects of demography. Composition of population, density of population, urbanization, literacy and education, expectation of life. Okay, now population growth of India is like it was like very from down to up. Okay, we can say in year wise stagnated population means population was very low in the year from 1901 to 1921. Okay, from there it's slightly grown, and that is known as steady growth. Okay, steady growth was in 1921 to 1951. After that, rapid high growth. That rapid high growth is from 1951 to 1981. Okay, then the death growth rate was very much up and the death rate was very much low from the year 1981 to 2001. This is the population growth of India. Okay, so demography in India in 2001, like in stage wises or the state wises. Okay, population distribution was good in Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat. Population density was better in Delhi and Goa. Literacy rate was very high in Kerala and Andhra Pradesh. Okay, poverty rate was equivalent to all the states in India. Okay, now moving on to fertility. Okay, fertility means actually bearing a child, or fertility means the capability to give a birth or capability to reproduce to the another generation. Okay, so women should have a child before 30 years. Okay, if not, the childbearing capacity and health problem may occur. Marriage age should be increased to 21 years. Duration of age birth occurs during, like, duration of age of marriage is like after marriage around 1 year, between 1 to 5 years there are more chances of getting birth or giving birth. Okay, so what you have to, like, before 1 to 5 years family planning should be taken to control the birth rate. This has to be informed as a family planning to the couples. Okay, so this being told as a fertility content. Okay, and education, sex education as well as family planning methods, as we all discussed earlier: contraceptive methods, physical methods, barrier methods, hormonal methods, post-conception methods, everything that has to be, and whichever is convenient for them, let them select. Okay, then when the fertility rate is high, the time economic status will be affecting. Okay, urbanization, industrialization will be getting affecting, and also widow remarriage will be also considered. Okay, then what are the methods of data collection? Now, as I told in the introduction, it's like measuring or getting the descriptive or analysis of the human population, right? So how do we collect the data? The data collection is of two types, that is primary data collection and secondary data collection. Fine. So primary data collection means to the individual we are directly connecting. Okay, that we can say that through any interview, through questionnaire, okay, through observation, through some diaries, like they write diaries and all. From there you can take it from the person directly, or through any critical incident. Okay, some like malnutrition or unemployment, some happened and you went for a study and you're taking this data collection from them directly. Fine, that is known as primary data. That primary data will be taken from the person directly through sources such as interview, observation, questionnaire, diaries and critical incident. Okay, secondary data collection means not through directly, it's through indirectly. Okay, that means we are not going and meeting the individual personally. You are taking only through some records, like for example I can say hospital records. When the hospital is patient is getting discharged, the hospital records will be there for usually for reproductive age, like women giving birth. Okay, women giving birth, are they really reaching the, or they eligible couples, or they have reached the reproductive age? Okay, or is it the girl or the woman giving birth before marriage? Okay, from all these records we'll get the information. From that we can have a birth records and all. Okay, or you can have through census. Okay, or from any old newspaper collections and all, you can take it from. That is known as secondary data collection. Okay, not going truly like personally, or not going directly and meeting the individuals. Fine, so that was all about methods of data collection. Then we are moving on to the sources of demographic data. Okay, through which all source we can collect the data. The first one is census. We can take a census of collecting the data. Census is also a direct method of collecting data, and it is done by the national government, and it has been considered, or it has been conducting every 10 years. Okay, I think so. Yeah, it's every 10 years. Okay, like each and every member will be contacted, and then only they'll make a report, and that will be a clear data. That is about census. Okay, then national survey will be done. That is also through contact. Okay, that is also done with the central government. Then registration of vital events, like once the baby is born, or once a person any death happen, death certificate, birth certificate, right, all these things will be given, right, and even divorce, marriage certificate. Okay, so death of the fetus after the baby has born, the baby has expired, all this will be there as a the government registration. This one will be there, right. You can say that in panchayats or in municipalities and all, that paper will be there. Through that registration we can collect the data, or through demographic studies that provides data about the population, education, and population, occupation. Then records I said it will be collecting from the hospital records. Okay, usually from hospital records. Okay, so that was all about the sources of demography. Next we are moving on with the aspects, analysis and interpretation of data. So now I am going to say the analysis. Analysis can be done through tabulation. Tabulation means collection of data form which will be made in table. Okay, 2020, 2001, 2002, in table wise, column and row wise they will make. Okay, so that is the analysis, and then we will, after making analysis only, we will interpret. Okay, first we will not interpret, first we will make an analysis. That first one is table form, okay, or tabulation form. Next one is chart form. That chart form we can make it, we can divide it into two, that is bar chart or histogram. Okay, then we can make line diagram or dot diagram. Line diagram means y-axis and x-axis will be there. From there we can either draw a line, okay, according to the population growth, or you can put a dots and then you can join it. Okay, I hope you understood. If there is any doubt, get back to me. Then we can have a pictogram. Pictogram means collections of the pictures or some symbols, and then we have been showing it in a chart or in a paper. Okay, that is known as pictogram. Then statistical map means it is same as a normal map, only thing that we will be shading it. Okay, this year, now from 2000, for example I am saying from 2019 to 2022, fine, COVID or coronavirus, that we can shade it. Okay, from that means that time that was a pandemic time. Fine, without reading it we can see through the chart. Fine, that was statistical map. Fine, moving on to the interpretation. Interpretation means data we have collected, we have done the analysis, now we are going to interpret it, making or awareing the public that from this year to this year the birth rate was high, or this year to this year the birth rate or the death rate was very high. So we have to work on it, we have to reduce, or we have to find the root cause for why the death rate is high. It might be due to some pandemic, like some viruses, okay, or it might be due to malnutrition, or it might be due to unemployment, suicides, or all these things, right? So after analysis only interpretation will be done. Fine, an interpretation maximum and the minimum value should be noted very clearly. Okay, so interpretation, data collection and interpretation by making or awareing the public about all the fertility rate, reproductive rate, birth rate, death rate, okay, divorce rate, marriage rate, everything. Fine, so it has some rates and ratios, and the collection or the way of calculating it will be discussed with you people in the next video. Okay, I hope you all understood, and if there is any doubt, please get back to me. And this is all about demography, so I am finishing demography here. Only the rates and ratios is pending, that will be discussing, or I'll put it in the description box so that you can go through it. Fine, I hope you all understood. Take care, bye.